What's up, Michelle Lewis? How are you? Enrique, what's going on, brother? Jason Semper, my brother, what's up? Welcome. I'm really glad you guys are here. I'm really honored that you guys would be on my page right now. I really appreciate that. What's up, Veda? Sierra, what's going on? Sue, what's up? Travis, Bourne, what's going on? Hi, Tiana. Thank you so much for being on, you guys. I really mean it. I really appreciate it. What's up, Stephanie and Danny? How are you? Yeah, I'll get one for you too, brother Danny. What's up? Hi, Michelle. Randall, what's going on? Brother Rob Addy, I'm going to be talking about you a little bit, bro. Rob Addy's the one that got me into this industry. He's the one that I always talk about that had the 27,000 a week, got my attention, brother. I love you. Thank you. Hey, Tammy, what's up? Debbie, how are you? Thank you for being on, you guys. Really, it means a lot to me for you guys to be on right now. Darren and Judy Deschamps, what's up? Thank you so much for being on. Hey, Patty. Debbie, Kimberly Bacher, what's up? My wingman, my wing woman. What's up, Karen? What are you talking about? Some stuff that's really close to my heart today, and that's why I'm really excited that you guys are going to be on, and just to support me and listen in. You know what I'm saying? So, what's up, Joanne? Michael, what's going on? Thanks, brother Addy. Thank you so much. Michelle, how are you? Asher? Kimberly, of course. You know it. So again, I just want to say thank you guys for being on. I don't know how many people will actually be on here, but again, I'm going to be sharing some things about life and business and what I have to offer, a little bit of my pitch, what I do, why you should have a better life. I'm going to talk about purpose and destiny and all that. So these are the things that are the dearest matters of my heart, and I want to explain them a little bit to you. And so I want to say thank you for being on. And so the topics that I'm going to be talking about, just so you guys know, I'm going to be talking about breaking out of the mold first, and God's involvement in my life, in your life, building with Him as a partner. I'm going to be talking about casting the net, developing the rich person on the inside of you, Overcome Nation, our development program, why people fail, and Overcome Nation will help you. We'll help you through our development program. And the very last thing I'll be talking about is the global vehicle is Viseo, why I chose it, and why it will help you both spiritually, physically, and financially, right? So I'm excited to share these things with you guys because, as you know, I'm a pretty passionate guy, and sometimes I like to talk really soft. Sometimes I like to freaking shake my fist and speak into your heart and shake your heart if I can, because I know that I'll just say it. You've been made by purpose, you've been made for purpose, and you've been made on purpose. And you should never forget that. And with that comes a wonderful vision and a wonderful opportunity for everyone to do the thing that's written on the inside of their heart. And it just lights me on fire on the inside every single day, because it means you have purpose and a destiny, and you have a future. And many of you I'm already getting excited. Many of you have that pull of the future on the inside of you, but you don't know how to deal with it. You don't know how to walk it out. You don't know that the steps are ordered. And if your steps are ordered, it means there's a yes, right? There's a blank check from heaven, and all you got to do is write your name to it and go after the things that are written in your heart. Okay? And so I want to talk about breaking out of the mold, right? And I believe that every single person in the world has a certain mold and a certain blueprint of the way you've been born and the way you've been raised. Okay, and that blueprint could either look like I can't do anything, I don't know why I'm here. I'm not sure if I can accomplish the things that I really want to do. Money is the root of all evil. You know, my dad used to say, you know, make sure you shut the lights off. I'm not in partnership with the light company. So I approached money like there was a lack of it. Even though my parents told me I could do anything I wanted to do with my life, I approached money like it was scarce, you know, until I heard somebody say that the average $1 bill in circulation in the United States lasts 3 years before it's worn out. And the average $100 bill lasts 18 years before it's worn out. And he said that there is a glut of money out there that you need to understand that's waiting. So there's a lot more $100 bills in circulation than there are $1 bills, and most of it is being held in bank accounts of senior citizens, or it's in mattresses somewhere, right? Because you don't see a lot of those $100 bills going from hand to hand. You see a whole lot of $1 bills, and because of that, you approach money like you should just peel potatoes your whole life, and you can't go and dream for more. And you make it so difficult in your mind that you can't believe for the best things in your life. Okay? And so we all have that mold, and I'm for helping people break out of that mold that keeps them confined to an average life, okay? Because I know, and I'm completely convinced, that there's a whole lot of people out there that would love to have an extraordinary life, right? Average life means average income. Extraordinary life means extraordinary income, extraordinary exploits, extraordinary impact on people's lives, right? It's not always about money, right? It's about mental strength, emotional strength, physical strength, financial strength, right? Spiritual strength. It's a whole lot of strengths that you can develop on the inside of you to have an extraordinary life. I don't want an average life. And I may be talking to people that want that, and I'm not talking to you if that's what you want. But if you want an extraordinary life, I'm here to speak into it and help you light a fire on the inside of you to break the mold. And to be the authentic you, be the person that you were born to be the person that you were destined to be. I'm going to say it again. You've been made by purpose, you've been made for purpose, and you've been made on purpose. And so that should compel you to have an extraordinary life if that's what's written in your heart. Then the dream that's on the inside of you is not even your own. God put it there. Your Creator put it there, and He expects you to walk it out. And so that means it's a wonderful opportunity, right? I have to show up. You have to show up, right? So breaking out of your mold is the first thing that I want to help walk you guys through. And all of this you find in Overcome Nation, of course. This is my brand. But I'm talking to you about way more than a brand, okay? I'm talking to you about life. I'm talking to you about Viseo, a lot of other things, right? So when I was growing up, I felt like there were two men on the inside of me, right? There was the priest that, you know, went to Bible school for 12 years and went on the mission field for 9 years, risking my life to preach the gospel in places where they wanted to just take my head off and take me apart piece by piece, right? But I wasn't married, I didn't have any children, I was single, and I was single-minded, and I didn't mind going out and risking my life for the sake of the gospel. That was the priest on the inside of me, and I wasn't sure if I was going to walk out ministry, but I had this great love for business as well, okay? So this great love for business was like the king on the inside of me, right? That wanted to go out and do, you know, in the marketplace and literally conquer and just do wonderful things with people and in business and build a legacy, right? And that burned on the inside of me as well, right? I wanted an MBA, and it wasn't you know, a degree. It was MBA as a massive bank account, right? I wanted those things too, and so I struggled with them, you know. And so, like, every time I was really operating in ministry, I would feel like I needed to be over, you know, operating as a king in the marketplace. And then when I'd go over there, and then when I was operating as a king in the marketplace, I felt like I needed to go over and pray. And so I didn't have peace in either one of those. In either one of those arenas, you know. And it took me a very long time to really, you know, be free in the gifting and the posture and the purpose and the destiny that God put in my heart, and to operate as a king and as a priest in my personal life, right? And so everything that I have to say today comes from that DNA, right? It comes from that place, right? In my career, I had a mentor show up in 1998, and he began to teach me the philosophy of the rich. He taught me about land development. He taught me about real estate. He taught me about diamonds and gemstones. I had 2 businesses, and they were both of that kind. And I made my first $40,000 December 8th of 1998, and by October 29th of 1999, I had $1 million, and I had 2.8 million in real estate, and it just continued to grow from there, and changed my life. Imagine this: the philosophy of a wealthy person versus the philosophy of a poor person, right? And I was working with my hands. I was a tile setter. I was a general contractor, right? I had some employees, but not a lot. I couldn't delegate the responsibility, to them, because nobody would take care of the customer like I would, So I worked with my hands and knees, and all the while I wanted to use my #1 asset, which was my brain, but there was no mentor in sight to teach me. So Mike showed up into my life and changed my life within a year. Everything changed. I haven't had a job in 19 years, right? I've lived off residual income and investments for 19 years, okay? And so it was all because I began to learn the philosophy of wealthy people, and so can you, right? If you want to spend an hour learning how to make $60,000 a year, or spend an hour learning how to make $1 million a year, which one deserves you? Which hour deserves you more, okay? Because the other one isn't going to be any more difficult than the other. It's a choice that you make. And there is a way where you can have freedom, and you can step out of the rat race, which is that hamster wheel, if you want to, right? And that's part of my message that I want to share with you, not just to encourage you, but also be a mentor and a teacher and a personal coach in your life as well. So that's been my career. I stepped into network marketing in 2000 and late in 2006 because my friend Rob Addy, I met him in Robert Kiyosaki classes. I attended them for we did these book studies in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we would do 3 to 5 of those book studies a year, and I did that with Robert Kiyosaki over the course of 5 years, and I met Rob Addy and his wife a couple of years prior to that, and they stepped into a company called Mona V, and early in the year they were making $5,000 a week. I wasn't familiar with network marketing, and it was a complete interruption in my life, and so I thought $5,000 a week was really good, and it was residual, and it was taxed at the lowest percentage, so that was attractive to me, but I was still hopeful in the real estate game, so I never paid any attention to it. Later in the year, in 2006, Robert started making $27,000 a week, right, and then went up to like $43,000 a week. That was my price to pay attention, and so I was frustrated because it was almost 2007, and I could feel the real estate boom drying up, and I wanted to step into something else, and I had learned that the trend is your friend. Real estate was a great trend for me, but I could feel it near getting to the end of it, and so when I learned about the wellness trend, the wellness boom, 83 million baby boomers that want to look better, feel better, get off their meds, the wellness boom was becoming a $1 trillion a year boom market, and I wanted to catch that wave as well, and so that's when I stepped into Mona V. Rob and his wife enrolled me, and within 15 months I hit the rank of Black Diamond, and the average Black Diamond was getting paid $1.6 million a year residual income. I fell in love with people. I fell in love with teaching them real business acumen. I went after people of influence. I did not go after people that didn't know the difference between a good opportunity or a bad opportunity. I went after people that knew business, okay? So I want to kill that sacred cow that says, oh yeah, network marketing, is about, capitalizing on people that are naive and uneducated. That's actually not true, okay? I went after people that knew business because people that knew business knew that a good business model, the difference between a good business model and a bad one, okay? And those were always the ones that everybody was afraid to go after, but those were always the ones that said yes to me. And those that didn't know business, when you fear what you don't know, so you always end up getting a bunch of no's, right? And then they don't build a business, and they just quit, and then that's what gives the industry a bad name. So I fell in love with teaching people real business acumen, and I had a natural affection for people just because of my ministry background, right? And so that was really, really good for me. That's what I've been doing over the course of the last 19 years, but the last 11 years has been full-time network marketing. I've made millions in the industry. I was a part owner of a company. It didn't like that. I resigned within a year just because it felt too much like being an employee, and I've been used to having freedom in my time. Being a distributor for so many years, I didn't want to be locked in a room, right? I became what I preached against, which was becoming like an employee. I didn't like it. Some people are great at that. It's not for me. I like to travel the world. I like to pour into people's lives. I like to, be in sweats and, gym clothes most of my time, and I enjoy that. So you got to be loyal to your DNA, and you have to be authentic to who you are. And I try to help you and teach you and educate you to pull that up out of you so you be the true you, okay? I never wanted to be, whether it was ministry or network marketing, I never wanted to look and feel and act or speak like everybody else. I wanted to be comfortable in my own skin, and I encourage you to be comfortable in your own skin as well, okay? And I want you to understand something. I want you to listen to me now, because there's something that I'm going to say that is very significant. It's okay for this to happen, okay? I came to the conclusion that nothing I ever do will ever look like anything I've ever seen. Should I say that again? Nothing I ever do will ever look like anything I've ever seen, and that's okay. And that applies to you, okay? So should I say that to you so you understand that? I really want you to get this into your spirit, into your mind, into your heart, okay? It's okay if nothing that you ever do looks like anything you've ever seen, because you are creative. You are a creative being, okay? You have an imagination. So why do you want to look like somebody else, talk like somebody else, or be like somebody else, right? When God made you authentic, and He made you in His image. And I will just confirm it by saying this. There's over 6 billion people in the world. None of them have your fingerprint. You're very unique, so be loyal to your own fingerprint in whatever you do, okay? Very, very important that every one of you guys get that. Now, in network marketing, there's a duplication process. There's the railroad tracks. You definitely have to teach people the duplication to help them to have a better life and a better business, okay? But it doesn't mean become just like everybody else, so now you sound exactly like everyone else. If that's the case, why would anybody if I looked and act and talked like everybody else, why would anyone want to do business with me? Okay? There are things that you do, that you bring to the table, that make you attractive. Okay? Only you can do it. Okay? And there are things that you can do that I can't do. We all have gifts. We all have interests. We all have purposes. We all have brain power. And we all have an imagination and creativity. And it's important for you to tap into that and be who God taught you to be. Okay? Now, involving God. I want to address this right now because it's very, very important to me, and it's very dear to my heart that I could probably start crying right now. I've been told, my whole career that, I got to leave God at the doorstep, if I want to do big business in network marketing, okay? I've made millions in this industry, but I've never made 3 million in a year. I've never made more than that in a year, ever. And I've seen people that do that, and I was told that, the only way you're going to get to those big numbers and be one of the really, like in the top 3 or top 5 in the world in network marketing, because I've been as high as 31 before, but the only way I'm going to be in the top 3 or 4 or 10 is I can't talk about God that much. And I want to tell you that I really took that to heart, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't an easy decision for me. Maybe I should just stick to the business side of things, but I felt I felt like it's not being true to who I am. And I'm not going to do business if I have to leave Jesus at the door. I'm not going to do it. And so, either God's going to bless my business or He's not going to bless my business. Either way, I'm going to impact people's lives, and I'm going to pour everything that I have on the inside of them into those people. And some people won't want to do business as a result of that. And if that stuff bothers you, I just want to humbly say, I mean no disrespect, but I'm not your guy, and I'm not your guy, okay? And so I've after thinking so many times and entertaining, like, what do I do? Should I tone it down or not? I have made a full decision that that would be like me denying everything that God has ever done in my life. Every time He picked me up in a heartbreak and a heartache, every time He took me through the deserts and I couldn't see, but I had to just hang on to the hem of His garment and have Him show me the way. Every time I was disparaged in business or in life, every time I was embarrassed or humiliated, that would be like, that like me just, bringing somebody to the dance and, you know, dancing with somebody else, you know what I mean? You dance with the person that brought you. And God has been with me since I was a little boy. He's never left me. And even when I doubted him, he was always there. And so, you know, I choose to do business with God. I choose to do business with Jesus, you know. And so I'm not going to apologize for it. I hope that you can see where my heart is in all of this, but I choose to build as God being my partner, okay? I'm not going to leave him at the doorstep. I want to, and even in international markets, you know, I heard that it would slow me down, but, you know, if it slows me down, so be it. I'm okay with that, right? Let's see. At the end of the day, it's about people, right? So I'm all about people. No matter what your faith is, no matter what you believe, it's okay. I'm not going to shove Jesus down your throat, and that's not my style either, right? I'm not going to do that either. But I love people, and I want everybody to know that they're accepted. I don't care what faith you're in, or what you believe, or what your gender is, or, you know, who you choose to be with or not be with, or I don't care, right? This is a love walk. We walk in relationship, and that speaks louder than anything that I've ever known before, okay? There's no judgment on my side, all right? So number 3, I'm casting the net, right? So, you know, what I mean by casting the net is that I want to work with all of you guys, right? If you want a better life, you want to build a business, if you want to learn the philosophy of the rich, if you want to partner up with me in Viseo, and we'll talk about that later, I want you to reach out to me, okay? By the way, if any of you guys want to share this, go ahead and share this with other people. You may want them to tune in, because this is not just about me. It's about you guys too, spreading the word, because I'm not here to take other people's people. I'm here to get those people to do business with you, and I want you to understand that, okay? So I'm casting the net for my personal, you know, people that want to work with me and have personal coaching and all that, but I'm also casting the net for all of you guys too. So if you want to share it, I'm not going to be taking your people. I'm sending them to you, okay? So you guys don't have to worry about that, all right? Because I'm going to say that in my dialogue as I move forward here. So as I give my pitch in terms of casting the net, is I want to work with you. I never had a mentor before until Mike showed up in my life, and it changed my life forever, okay? So there's a real need for mentors, okay? I want to talk about Mark Zuckerberg, the owner, founder of Facebook. He had a mentor, right? Warren Buffett was Bill Gates' mentor. Let's see, who was Mark Zuckerberg's? It was it'll come to me. It was Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was Mark Zuckerberg's mentor, right? These are billionaires that raised billionaires, okay? So it's necessary to have mentors. Oprah Winfrey had a mentor. Richard Branson had a mentor. These are billionaires, right? So mentorship is very, very important, and you shouldn't deny it, okay? So what I offer is mentorship. I'm not a billionaire, but I have aspirations to be a billionaire someday. I mean, why not shoot for the stars, right? I want to be mentored by billionaires. I have a billionaire right now that is mentoring me, and I can tell you that I am hanging on to every one of his words, okay? And I want to pour that into you, and I want to share that with you too, okay? So I'm all about mentorship. So if I'm the type of person that you feel like, you know, it resonates, the words that I'm saying resonate with you, then I want you to message me, okay? And what I'm going to do is I will pour you into my Overcome Nation business, but I'll also have you enroll with Viseo and show you the vehicle that will allow you to have financial freedom and have a global wellness distribution business. That is the vehicle that I use, and it's very important because I don't know any other way to get you there with low risk, okay? Low risk. You got low money? Right? You got low money, you don't have a ton of money? That's good. Because if you have a good attitude and a great work ethic, then I can help you. Okay? And the people that shared this with you, right? If somebody has shared this with you, get with them. Okay? Don't get with me, get with them. Okay? You want to get in business with them. If we're all tied together, right? So it doesn't matter, and maybe some of you guys are in some other network marketing company, but we're friends. Look, I'm not going to take your people. I'm not going to steal your people, right? I come from an abundance mentality and not a poverty mentality, right? Poverty says I'm territorial. I don't want anybody to, to take my people, and that is rooted in insecurity, okay? So I don't have an insecure bone in my body. I look at this and approach life through a life of abundance. That says there is enough for everybody to go out and make as much as they want and build a better life for themselves, right? Because if God chooses to bless you, he's going to bless you. If he chooses to bless me, he's going to bless me, right? If you say I want to go to the east, I'll go to the west. If you say I want to go to the west, then I'm going to go to the east. I don't care where I go as long as I'm serving and helping people. So there's enough for everyone. I'm moving along here, right? What I love about the multi-level marketing business, all right, is that it develops the rich person on the inside of you, right? I want you to understand something. There's a poor person on the inside of you, there's a middle class person on the inside of you, and there's a rich person on the inside of you. But it is entirely up to you to decide who you want to develop. If you want to develop the poor person, that's up to you. If you want to develop the middle class person, that's up to you. If you want to develop the rich person, then you want to talk to me, okay? And that's up to you, okay? You want to get plugged into Overcome Nation because it's very, very important. I know the difference now. For years, I waited for a mentor to show up. No one would help me. I almost gave up on my dreams. I put my dreams on the shelf for 17 years. A person that was worth 40 or 50 million decided to partner with me and help me and show me the way. And now I'm paying it forward and giving it away to everybody else as well, okay? So I love MLM, and for those of you that don't know what MLM, multi-level marketing, you may want to call it that pyramid. I mean no disrespect when I say this to you, but you need to understand that it's not a pyramid. It's the best business model, I promise you, that you've ever seen. The only thing is you don't know the difference if you haven't been educated, okay? So let me just say this. Okay, I knew at 16 years old that the employment contract, the employment pyramid was not for me. Because they could fire me whenever they want to, they could demote me whenever they want to, right? They can cut my pay in half whenever they want to, right? I would get very little pay raises in a year. I get very little vacation time in a year. I only make money when I work, not when I don't work. It's not passive income, it's not residual income, and it's taxed at the highest percentage, right? And so why would I want to go to work when the only people that make any money are the people that are at the top of that pyramid? Okay, that's the employment pyramid, and it was never attractive to me. Even at 16 years old, I knew it wasn't for me. Okay, I love to get paid 8 to 10 ways. I love my income to be residual. I love to get paid 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I love to be in charge of as many pay raises as I can have in a day, right? I love that my income is taxed at the lowest percentage. Okay, I love that I can help people to get rich before I get rich, and that's the way you do it. I can't be wealthy unless I make you wealthy. That's a great fair trade. Okay, try to tell your boss in your employment pyramid about your dream. He's going to say, or she's going to say, you dream out there, but when you're giving me your 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, and 40 years of your life, you don't dream. You take care of my dream. Okay, because that's what they're telling you. That does not sound like a fair deal. I never liked that, okay? Total lifetime earnings of somebody who just got a high school degree is 1.3 million. Total earnings, 1.3 million over the course of 40 years, right? Bachelor's degree, 2.1 million. Lifetime earnings, average, right? Master's degree, 2.5 million over the course of 40 years. Right? Many of us, if we knew that if somebody was going to say, hey, I'm going to write you a check for $2.5 million, right, but you're going to work for me 40 hours a week for 40 years, you probably wouldn't sign up for that. Okay? And so I love the fact that I can put a price on what I make. You can put a price on your life. You can put a price on what you make. You can make as much money as you want if you want to. If you can imagine it, if you can create it, you can walk it out. That's a much better deal. That's the difference between settling for money or opportunity. I settled for opportunity when I worked with my first mentor. He said, I'll pay you $75,000 a year under contract because I know you're afraid, or you can bet on yourself and we'll split everything 50-50 and I'll teach you everything I know. I took the 50-50. I didn't take the money. Even because I waited for so long for a mentor to show up, I was not going to settle for 75 grand a year. I was going to bet on myself. Right? The man just showed up in my life. I've been praying and thinking and hoping that somebody would teach me the philosophy of the rich. And he finally shows up. You think I'm going to settle for 75 grand under a contract? No, I want everything that he could teach me. I want his philosophy, right? And that was the difference. So do you settle for money or do you settle for opportunity? That's a big question in your life that you should answer. I want to talk about Overcome Nation, okay? So I want to say this. Robert Kiyosaki said this, and I want you to really listen to me now, okay? The definition of a poor person is somebody who makes $25,000 a year or less. The definition of a rich person is somebody who makes $1 million or more a year. The question isn't, listen to me now, the question isn't what you are making right now. The question is, are you a part of a development program that's developing the rich person on the inside of you? Are you part of a development program that's teaching you that you have purpose and you have destiny on the inside of you? Are you a part of a development program that is encouraging that pull of the future that's on the inside of you? Are you part of a development program that's developing you in mental strength, emotional strength, physical strength, financial strength, spiritual strength? Are you a part of a development program like that? You should be. Because most of the programs that are out there are the ones that are saying, you can't do this, you can't do that, you work for me, you can't take time off, you better ask me if you want to stay home because your child is sick. That is no program, that is no development program that I would ever want to be a part of. And I encourage people to get free of that so you can be authentic and be the person that you were born to be. Good preaching, Brother Rick. Amen.
You are a badass.
I love it. Okay. So I started Overcome Nation for a specific purpose, right? I have 3 pillars that I teach, okay? 3 pillars. The number 1 is industry stats. It's very important, okay? Our industry brings in almost $200 billion a year. That's an amazing stat, right? It brings in more than the NFL, more than the music industry, more than the movie industry, more than certified organic industry, right? Even more than the video game industry, okay? We double all of that. $187 billion a year worldwide. It's not going away, so you should stop laughing at it, you guys. Right? Go through the eye of the needle, okay? Right? You gotta leave your ego at the door sometimes, and titles and things can cloud you from actually humbling yourself and going, man, you actually have something that's better than me. My mom used to tell me, Ricky, my mom would call me Ricky. She died when I was 18, but I remember that. And she said, if somebody has something better than you, right, don't laugh at it, don't mock it, don't get jealous of it, go get it, Rick. Go get it, Ricky. And so I did, and I'm still doing it today, okay? So don't let ego and things you don't know about bring fear that stops you, and then you say no to everything because you don't trust anyone, okay? The cynical mind misses opportunity every single week. I'm going to say that again. The cynical mind misses opportunity every single week. I don't even like talking to cynical people. I get them out of my class, out of my program, because whatever the stronghold they have over their mind, they just can't see it, and that's okay. Right? What I have to say, it's going to fall on deaf ears. Many of them have deaf ears, and no matter what I say, they're not going to see it. So stop trying to convince cynical people, okay? That's just a tip. And I want you to understand something. I love this phrase, and you'll want to use it many, many times, okay? In the land of the blind, the guy with one eye is king, okay? Because he can see, or she can see, all right? And guess what? You only need to see with one eye in order to do very well when everybody else is blind, okay? And my question has become, through Overcome Nation, is can I teach the blind to see? Can I teach people that can't see, can I teach them to begin to understand the philosophy of the rich so they can see opportunity? In most cases, I can, only with the willing heart, okay? Only with the willing heart. So I have 3 pillars, right? The first one was industry stats. Very important for you to know that when you're talking to entrepreneurs. They want to know that. That's attractive to them, okay? The philosophy of MLM, right? And why it's better, right? You need to know why. I'm going to teach you that. I'm going to teach you the nuts and bolts of how to build a large organization, okay? That's really, really important, okay? Because the duplication process is the system that creates wealth, okay? Listen to me now. People can make money, systems create wealth. You need to understand that. People make money, systems create wealth. Look at McDonald's, they have a system, right? McDonald's has a system of duplication. That's why they own more land, right? And they're a multi-billion-dollar company. They're they have more land holdings than any company in the United States. Okay? So you look at every franchise, they have a system of duplication. When you enroll in a franchise and you pay a great deal of money, they're going to send you to that franchise school, and you're going to do it exactly the way they have done it for many years, because that is the duplication for success. So you're going to learn the nuts and bolts, right? And you're going to learn the system of Overcome Nation, and you're going to learn the system of Viseo, because they are one and the same. Okay, let's talk about why people fail. I'm almost done here. Why people fail, right? Intimidation and fear, lack of understanding, lack of support, no personal coaching or mentorship. Okay, so when I look at network marketing, I see that there are a lot of people fail. Okay, this is the first time in my career that I can teach live for an hour 3 nights a week through Overcome Nation in my private group page. First time in my career. Okay, prior to being able to do that, I'm sure there was a lot of people that felt that I didn't support them. I couldn't be there with them. I couldn't answer their phone call because I was living on the road 10 days out of every month for 10 straight years. Right? And I could never keep building on a foundation, right? Because, you know, there weren't enough people that wanted to be on the calls. Right? Or there weren't enough people that would travel even 15 minutes sometimes to get an event. So I had to keep on like giving them the same foundation over and over and over again. It felt like shuffling chairs on the Titanic. Well, now I can do it all live, and you can watch it right from your own home just through Facebook Live on my private group page, which is Overcome Nation, right? And I teach everybody if you are enrolled in Viseo and you are building your business, right? If you are on our team and you're working, like, I will pour into you and help you, okay? If you are outside our team, we'll work something else out. But on the inside of our team, you're going to get everything, right? Talk to some of our Overcome Nation leaders. Their lives are not even the same. They've made more money in network marketing than they've ever made in their career because they're learning those 3 pillars, right? So when you step into network marketing and you fail, right, most of the time it's because you let intimidation get the best of you, right, or fear, okay? So what you have to understand is to embrace fear. Okay, to overcome fear. I don't think fear is ever truly conquered, by the way, because every entrepreneur I've ever met sees fear, they feel the presence of fear, but they do it anyway. Okay, I'm going to say that again. They see fear, they face fear, but they do it anyway. Okay, and so that is what's really, really important. Fear is always, and intimidation is always going to be there, but you start believing in yourself. You start believing in what? Your purpose and your destiny, and you overcome, and you overcome, and you overcome. Okay? You overcome! You're born to overcome, all right? You need to understand that. To become a lion and not a sheep means you have to get out there and you have to believe in yourself. You need to believe on who God is, who you are, and who you are in the kingdom, right? That's how you do this. And he walks you through, and there's obstacles that are standing in your way, and you overcome them, and you get better and better and better. And guess where wisdom comes from? The pain of experience, right? Nothing fails like success. Show me a person that's worth 100 million. Show me a person that's worth 1 billion. I will show you a person that has failed many more times than you can count. Okay? Nothing fails like success. So you have to embrace and accept the fact that you're going to fail forward. Okay? You need to understand that. And I want you to understand something else. Fear keeps you in prison, but hope sets you free. All right? You want me to say that again? Fear will keep you in prison, but hope will set you free. Okay? And I want to say something else too. Life is change. Life is change, right? But growth is optional. You choose whether you're going to grow as a human being or not. You choose whether you're going to be a leader or not. You choose whether you're going to walk out your destiny or your purpose or not. You choose whether you're going to have an extraordinary life or not. You choose that. Nobody chooses that for you. You choose that. And you choose that every single time. Somebody was calling. So you choose that, okay? So never forget, you push yourself. You become your own best friend. You become your own fan. I swear to God, I'm like my biggest fan, because many times in life I didn't have a fan. I didn't have anybody that believed in me. I had to believe for myself on my own. And many times you got to do the same. You believe, or you